This week has been a whirlwind. I think I've been operating on magic juju and fairy dust for the past month because I honestly don't know how I got through it. It finally hit me that I've got 7 weeks left before I officially take my maternity leave. But there was so much to be done and so much still to do before baby arrives.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm.
If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I was shooting for 16 self-tapes for the month of May. Yeah, that didn't happen. I was only able to do 8, and honestly, 4 of them were real auditions. But I did learn something from this drill. Efficiency is not my strong suit. And this was practice for what it's like to be a series regular on a show. You get your sides every day, you memorize them, and then you shoot them the next day. And boy, is that work. I noticed I would put off self-tapes because researching a new character and really nailing down the character's viewpoint takes quite a bit of time. And time for a mom is a commodity. My steps for researching any project is first watching a show or a video of something the director or writer has already done, so I can get a feel of the tone. Then I go and I find the character in real life so that I can duplicate them. Like, if I'm going to play a school counselor, then I am literally going to find that person in real life, which was a lot easier to do pre-COVID. And then I would interview them and get into their mind. But if I can't do that, then I'm going to watch YouTube videos of a school counselor. Why did they choose that profession? Who are they as a person? I try to gauge what their life must be like. Do I notice any mannerisms? Do they seem happy? I literally can spend hours doing this. And self-tape May exposed my weakness and where I could tighten up the audition process. So my goal now is to be able to do all this research faster and do it the moment I get a self-tape and not put it off to the last day. According to Castability, 900 scenes were submitted, but only 14 participants completed 16 tapes. Those 14 people already have an advantage just for getting the darn thing done, and I applaud them for it. I imagine this is what it must be like for casting directors to put out a notice, ask for 150 auditions, and get back 30. I mean, you've already cut the competition just by showing up. And as soon as Self-Tape May was done, I was in babyland. All focus and attention went to planning my baby shower, coming up that weekend, and making sure everything was perfect, including getting the giant trash can and porta potty out of my yard from basement renovations that have been underway for the past 8 months. But in the midst of planning for baby, I had an impromptu straight-to-callback Zoom audition for a national commercial that I ended up booking on the day of my baby shower. So while I was being showered with love for the new baby, I was covertly trying to figure out the problem of who was going to drive my kids to camp while I was on set for 2 days. I managed to convince my mom to move her flight so she could help me out. And since she was staying a little longer, I also got her agreement to do a Vogue-style mother-daughter maternity photo shoot with me and the girls. And though being in front of the camera is so out of her element, she said yes. So Alex from Her Air Photography came over and we shot some artistic generational photos. When I was having my consult with Alex, it was not just about capturing a pretty photo, but capturing the message behind the photo. Something that I've never had a photographer ask me before. So I said I wanted to be able to show that my mother came as an immigrant to the United States and was the definition of the American dream. She built a life here starting from nothing and worked her way up the ladder so that I had an easier time building the life I wanted. My kids can now create any life they dream of because my mom paved the way for us to do so. Alex got it, and boy did she deliver, plus a few pretty photos interspersed. These are just behind the scenes, and I can't wait to see how these turned out. Later that day, I got my call time, 6:30 a.m. Well, playtime's over. Time to prepare. I got my voiceover audition done, had my girls all set up for camp the next day, made sure my mom had everything she needed, and off I went. Oh, and I can't forget to put my Arbonne eye pads on, because you know the puffiness is real this early in the morning. I can't show you much from here, but it was a great shoot, and when it airs, I'll be sure to let you know. By the end of the week, my mom had left, and my basement was officially 98% done. I now have a bona fide office/studio that I can start working out of so I can be much more productive and have a space for me to create that is my own. Speaking of create, I'll be getting back to Kristen Keeps It Real videos on the industry very soon, so be on the lookout. Bye for now.